Hey everybody, it's GoodHeart Kids!
Hi kids, your adventure today awaits in the story Sugar Snow. Rosie will be reading this story that was adapted from the Little House books written by Laura Ingalls Wilder and illustrated by Doris Ettlinger.
Hi kids, I'm Rosie. Welcome to Storytime. Shelby and I recently went on an adventure to our local library. Do you know what we found there? We found books, and a lot of them. Have you ever been to your local library? It is the best place to go if you're looking for a good adventure.
Yeah, I'm always up for a good adventure. Rosie even got me my own library card, and if you ask, maybe your grown-up person will get you one too.
In today's story, Pa promises to explain to Laura what sugar snow is as soon as he gets home from Grandpa's that night.
Sugar snow sounds like something I might like to eat.
You might like to eat it, but you may be surprised at the taste. Let's read and find out all about the sugar snow. Sugar snow. Once upon a time, a little girl named Laura lived in the big woods of Wisconsin in a little house made of logs. Laura lived in a little house with her pa, her ma, her big sister Mary, her baby sister Carrie, and their good old bulldog, Jack. Spring was coming to the big woods. For days the sun shone and the weather was warm. All day the icicles fell one by one from the little house into the snowbanks. Then one day, Laura saw a patch of ground showing through the snow. "May I go out to play, Ma?" she asked. "You may tomorrow," Ma promised. That night, Laura woke up shivering. Her nose was icy cold. Ma tucked another quilt around her. "Snuggle close to Mary," Ma said, "and you'll get warm." In the morning, Laura looked out the window, and the ground was covered with soft, thick snow. Pa came in, stamping the soft snow from his boots. "It's a sugar snow," he said. Laura quickly tasted a snowflake from Pa's sleeve, but it didn't taste like sugar at all. "Why is it a sugar snow, Pa?" she asked. Pa said he would explain tonight after he came home from Grandpa's. It was late when Pa came home that night. He came in with a big bucket and 2 little packages. He gave the bucket to Ma and the little packages to Laura and Mary. The bucket was full of dark brown maple syrup. When Laura opened her little package, she found a little hard brown cake with beautifully crinkled edges. Laura bit off one little crinkle, and it was sweet. "It's maple sugar," said Pa. Supper was ready, and Laura and Mary laid their little maple sugar cakes by their plates while they ate their maple syrup on bread. After supper, Pa took them on his knees, and he sat by the fire and told them about his day at Grandpa's in the sugar snow. "All winter," Pa said, "Grandpa has been making wooden buckets for the maple syrup. When the first warm weather came, he took the buckets out into the woods and put each one by a maple tree. Then he drilled a small hole in the tree so that the sap could run out. After all the buckets were full, he boiled all the sap in a big iron kettle until it turned into maple syrup. Then he cooled some of that sweet syrup into cakes of hard, brown maple sugar." "Is that why it's called a sugar snow? Because Grandpa made sugar?" asked Laura. "No," said Pa. It's because the snow at this time of year helps the trees to make more sap for the syrup. Then it was time for bed. By the time Laura and Mary had washed their sticky fingers and were snug in their beds, Pa and his fiddle were both singing them off to sleep.
Oh, I think I would like the maple sugar better than the sugar snow, but I like eating snow.
Maple sugar does taste so good, and maple syrup on hotcakes and waffles, yummy. Kids, have you ever seen the maple trees tapped to get the sap from them to make syrup? It takes a lot of sap to make a small amount of syrup. It is so good, though. If you enjoyed our story today, please check GoodHeart Kids for more adventures with either Almanzo and his family or Laura and her family in the Little House books.
Thank you for joining us for our story today. We hope to see you again soon. If you liked the story, hit the subscribe button below. If you click the bell icon beside it, we will let you know when we have a new video for you to watch. See you soon!